What defines a grave breach in international humanitarian law? Imagine the chaos of war, where rules are meant to protect the innocent. But some violations are so severe that they shake the very foundation of international law. Today, we're uncovering what makes a breach truly grave under international humanitarian law. International humanitarian law, also called the laws of war, sets clear rules to limit the damage caused by armed conflict. Its goal is to protect those who are not fighting, like civilians, prisoners of war, and the wounded. These rules are written in treaties called the Geneva Conventions, which are the main legal texts in this area. A grave breach is a term used to describe the most serious violations of these Geneva Conventions. Not every violation counts as a grave breach, only those acts specifically listed in the treaties. These acts are considered so serious that they demand immediate action and accountability. The definition applies mainly in international armed conflicts or situations of occupation, not in internal conflicts like civil wars. Examples of grave breaches include willful killing, torture, or treating people inhumanely. It also covers unlawful deportation or transfer of protected persons, taking hostages, and intentionally attacking civilians or their property. For instance, harming civilians deliberately or destroying medical units are clear grave breaches. Forcing protected persons to serve in enemy forces or denying prisoners fair trials are also included. These acts cause great suffering or serious injury and are considered the worst violations under the law. The law protects specific groups called protected persons. These include wounded soldiers, sick civilians, shipwrecked sailors, prisoners of war, and civilians in occupied territories. It also protects certain properties like hospitals, medical transports, and cultural sites. But protection is limited to those who meet the technical definitions in the Geneva Conventions. When a grave breach occurs, states have strict obligations. They must actively search for anyone suspected of committing or ordering these crimes, no matter their nationality. They are required to prosecute these individuals in their own courts or hand them over to other countries for trial. This is called universal jurisdiction, meaning any country can take legal action, regardless of where the crime happened. It's important to remember that all grave breaches are considered war crimes. But not all war crimes are grave breaches. War crimes include a wider range of serious violations in both international and internal conflicts. Grave breaches are a specific subset with special legal protections. In practice, the grave breaches regime helps hold perpetrators accountable and prevents impunity. International courts, like the International Criminal Court, can prosecute these crimes, but the primary responsibility lies with the states involved. Understanding these terms and obligations is key to ensuring justice and protecting vulnerable groups during war. Grave breaches are the most serious violations of the Geneva Conventions, and they reminded us of the importance of respecting the rules even in the darkest times of conflict.